Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the 2025 NBA Play-in Day 2. Well, yesterday we played the another two games in series in the play-in, where the Miami Heat didn't have any problem and defeated the Chicago Bulls 109 to 90. And with this victory, the Miami Heats are still alive. And tomorrow we'll play against Atlanta Hawks for to get the A set. With this loss, the Chicago Bulls were eliminated. And in the Western Conference, another easy game. The Dallas Mavericks didn't have any problem and defeated the Sacramento Kings 120 to 106. With this victory, the Mavs advanced for tomorrow's game against the Memphis Grizzlies, and the winner will get the A set in the conference. And with this loss, the Sacramento Kings were eliminated. So remember that yesterday we played the first two series where the Orlando Magic had a problem defeated Atlanta Hawks 120 to 95, and for that reason the Orlando Magic advanced as a number 7 set in the Eastern Conference. And in the second game, in a closer game, I think that until this moment has been the best game in this round. The Golden State Warriors battled more than what expected and defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 121 to 116. So with this victory, the Golden State Warriors got the number 7 set in the Western Conference. So yesterday the game, I'm not gonna lie, they were very bored because both games were defined in the first half. The game were over, and and I thought that these both games were gonna to be more closer that they were. Starting with the Miami Heat 109 to Chicago Bulls 90, I thought that the Bulls were gonna to offer a better game, and the game was gonna to be closer because I think that the Bulls closed better the season than the Heat. That after the Jimmy Butler exit, the Miami Heat played a very bad basketball, but it looked like that yesterday the Miami Heat experience playing in the playoff, it was a big factor because the Heat put in playoff mode. The Miami Heat starting since the beginning with the leading when they won the first quarter by 11-point difference, 39 by 28. It was in the second quarter. It was impossible that the Chicago Bulls could reduce the gap because the Miami Heat were playing very basketball. They won the second quarter by 13-point difference, and in the halftime, the Miami Heat were leading 71 to 47. So in that moment, the game was over because it was impossible for the Wolves to recover for that because the Miami Heat were leading by 23 point difference. No, really, no, 24 point difference. In the third quarter is when the Bulls play better because they reduce they play better. They won that quarter by 10-point difference, 27 by 17. They reduced the gap to a 14-point difference, but in the end, the Miami Heat were leading. And in the fourth quarter, the Miami Heat increased the lead. They had the game under control, and in the end, they won this game 109 to 90. How I told you, with this loss, the Chicago Bulls were eliminated, and the Miami Heat advanced to the tomorrow's game. The best player in this game was Tyler Hero with 58 points and amazing performances. The second best scorer was Andre Wiggins with 20 points and 9 rebounds. He was a one rebound shy to double double. And the third best scorer were Bam Adebayo and Davon Mitchell with 15 points each one. And Bam Adebayo made a double double with 12 rebounds. And in the second game, the Dallas Mavericks traveled to Sacramento and defeated the Sacramento Kings 120 to 106. About this game, I thought that like the first game, I thought that this was gonna to be a close game, but it wasn't. It wasn't in the first half in the first quarter where the game was very close and the difference was for 2-point difference, where the Kings were leading by 29 by 27. But the big difference was the second quarter, where the Mavs play a tremendous basketball level in both sides of the ball, where they scored 44 points, yes, 44 points, and they only allowed the Kings 19 points. They won this quarter by by 26 point difference, and the Mavs took the lead of the game, and they won the game because in the halftime they were leading 71 to 48 by 23 point difference. In that moment the game was over. I thought that in the second half the Kings were gonna to, maybe if the Kings had reduced the game to less than 15 point difference, I thought that in the fourth quarter the Kings could tie the game, but it wasn't because the Mavs play a very great basketball in the second half. They didn't have any problem, and in the end they won the game 120 to 106. Remember that with this victory the Mavs advanced to the tomorrow's game, and the Sacramento Kings were officially eliminated. And the best player in this game was Anthony Davis with 27 points and now rebounds. He was one rebound shy from a double-double. I remember that Anthony Davis has a lot of experience in the playing tournament because he plays three straight years with the Lakers in this round. And remember that he's undefeated in this round. And the second best scorer was Klay Thompson with 23 points, and the third best scorer was PJ Washington and Brandon Williams, each one with 17 points. So what's next? Tomorrow we play the last two games in the playing tournament, where the winner of each game will qualify as a set in both conferences. So the first game will be where the Atlanta Hawks will receive the Miami Heat and Atlanta, Georgia, 19 o'clock Eastern time. I think that this will be a closer game, but I think that the Hawks will have the advantage because they will play home and they will have a more day to rest. So I think that in the end the Hawks are going to win this game by 5 point difference, and they will get the number 8 set in the Eastern Conference. And in the second game, I think that this will be closer than the first game. The Memphis Grizzlies will receive the Dallas Mavericks and Memphis, Tennessee, and 21:30 Eastern time. I think that the Grizzlies have the advantage because they will play home, and they show the last Thursday that they can compete against anyone because they almost win the game against the Warriors. So I think that they have a better team, and because the Grizzlies will play home, I think that they have better team than the Mavs, and because they will have one more day of rest, I think that the Grizzlies are going to win this game by more than 3 point difference. So I think that the Grizzlies are going to qualify as a number set in the Western Conference. So in this video I talk about what happened yesterday in the NBA play-in day 2, where the Miami Heat didn't have any problem and defeated the Bulls by 19 point difference, and they qualified to the tomorrow's game to get the number 8 set in the conference, and the Bulls were eliminated. And in the second game, the Dallas Mavericks didn't have any problem, defeated the Kings by 14 point difference, and for that reason the Kings were eliminated, and the Mavs advanced to the tomorrow's game to get the number 8 set. Tomorrow we have the last two games of this tournament, where I think that the Heat and the Hawks and the Grizzlies are going to win each game, and they're going to qualify as a number 8 set in both conferences. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can write me in any of my social media platforms. So see you next video. Chibran.